The thought behind of the song itself was quite philosophical. We could see the influence of Shankar Garu in that music. Shankar Garu has a different style. He has more fun element to it. He's consistently working at shocking the audience. Baba, after 20 years, has become a super hit.
Tracking milestones of an incredible journey spanning 30 years. Rahman Music Sheets. On the 73rd episode of Rahman Music Sheets, Manisha Koirala spoke about 99 songs and how she was about to refuse Bombay. Link to the episode is given in the description. After Bombay, Mani Ratnam chose Manisha again in Dil Se. A rare album. Song by song with every note, Rahman explores the exuberance and despondence of passion. All the songs are considered masterpieces. Dil Se became the first Indian film to enter the top 10 in UK's box office charts. It was a super hit in Japan, but performed rather poorly in India. Yet, 2 decades after its release in 1998, Dil Se has acquired a cult following. Set against the backdrop of insurgency in northeastern India, Manisha plays the complex role of a terrorist. Outwardly reserved and shy, but internally harassed, hardened, and ready to explode.
Bombay was about communal riots and Dil Se was about insurgency in Assam. Did you ever ask Mr. Mani Ratnam that what made him decide to repeat you after Bombay?
See, I knew that I was shooting in Chennai those days and I was supposed to do Ram Gopal Varma's movie. I've forgotten the name. And Mani sir called me and Mani sir said, Manisha, will you do Dil Se? For me, honestly, Manisha is Manisha. I mean, I've kept him in a pedestal throughout, and I had enjoyed working with him in Bombay. And so when he asked me, without thinking too much, I dropped Ramu. I asked Ramu, can you push the dates? He said he can't. Then I said, okay, then I'm choosing Manisha and I'm going ahead with doing Dil Se. And I remember during the first meeting itself with Manisha, he had said, Manisha, you're going to be playing a terrorist, but I don't want a typical how you show in cinema, that kind of a terrorist. I want to bring a normal girl, if her circumstances makes her a terrorist, so how would you play that? You know, not like that evil eyes and not with that this thing. What if a good girl turns terrorist? Can you do that? It was very difficult for me to fathom initially, and I thought it was really challenging because it's easier if it's black and white. It's easier to perform because you know, okay, this is the what I have to perform. This is what I have to perform. But when you have to navigate and make it, you know, a little tough, so I kind of said, I can, provided you guide me through the process. And he did, you know, yeah, consistently he was there and, you know, so, and Dil Se happened.
Produced by Mani Ratnam, Ram Gopal Varma and Shekhar Kapoor, Dil Se won 2 national awards. Santosh Sivan for cinematography, H. Sridhar for audiography. The film also won 6 Filmfare Awards. Gulzar won Filmfare for his poetic lyrics and Rahman for the film's spectacular music. A soundtrack of epic proportion that required unusual imagery and choreography. No wonder, shooting those songs, be it on a train or a difficult terrain of Ladakh, was no child's play.
honestly, Satrangi was a beautiful song. Shooting in Ladakh is a pleasure. It's lovely. I love the landscape of Ladakh. I have done a lot of photography over there, and so I enjoy being in Ladakh. Yes, it's difficult because of the lesser oxygen levels and all that weather. But I guess we had taken enough rest and we had taken all the precautions and everything. So I don't recall it being very challenging. I felt it was everybody was geared up to do a good work because there's a good song there with a good director, with a good actor. Everybody was around there, so I think all of us were geared up to do a good job. I remember a lot of excitement in terms of how to get it right and how to do it right, rather than it being a challenge.
How challenging was it for you to interpret this song as an actor? Because your character was that of a terrorist who is a woman and perhaps is also in love. But she seems to be living out her fantasies in this song.
Satrangi is basically 7 stages of love. I mean, first stage, second stage, and then at the end it's a death, whatever thing, So I guess the interpretation, the thought behind of the song itself was quite philosophical, quite, and the way they shot also, all white and in the snow and Shah Rukh dying on my lap, and that whole thing was quite poetic. So I remember all of us, trying to match the song, trying to get it right, and the Mani sir's vision and Rahman sir's music, we actors were trying to get it right.
The song Dil Se appears to be a romantic song, but it's a mix of love and terrorism. For such songs, actors really have to surrender to the music composer and director's vision. While shooting, nothing is clear, it evolves during the post-production. How challenging was it to understand its intent and perform?
Well, I think, honestly, we were shooting that song, I think, in Dalhousie, and it was winters. So we were just trying to do a good job, and we were just trying to follow the choreographer and Mani sir's vision. So yeah, it's the same thing what we did in Satrangi, same thing in Dil Se and all that.
Bombay or Dil Se, which is your favorite album?
Dil Se's music was good. The Chhaiya Chhaiya became the most popular sung, and people danced to it and all that. The music was a super hit anyways. Honestly, my favorite is Bombay. The songs of Bombay is my favorite. Tu Hi Re is my favorite. And Bombay's theme is my favorite.
1996, Indian. Manisha Koirala's first film with S. Shankar, one of India's most prolific directors. Indian won 3 national awards. It was India's official entry as the best foreign language film for Oscars. Music by Rahman became a major hit not only in Tamil but also in Hindi. More than 25 lakh copies were sold in a matter of few days. Indian broke all box office records and became the highest grossing Tamil film till then. It was also the most expensive Indian film at that time. Producers spared no expense, be it on technology or locations. A duet between Manisha and Kamal Haasan was shot in Australia for more than 15 days.
Yeah, I enjoyed working in South completely. I've had a great run working with talented actors, talented directors, talented everybody, and so during that film also it was really nice. We went to Australia to do film shooting, Kamalji and me, had great different locations. Sometimes we were running with Kangaroos, and sometimes we were on top of the Harbour Bridge, and but it was fun. We enjoyed it. I enjoyed it.
Another iconic song in this film was Telephone Manipur or Telephone Dhun Mein in Hindi. This song defined Mr. Rahman's style during those days.
Yeah, it was fun song. It was beaty, it was fun, and a lot of dance movements, and it was kind of, we could see the influence of Shankar Garu in that music, because probably Shankar Garu had told Rahman sir ki it's going to be shot in Australia, it's going to be danced with 10 or 20 dancers and all that. So it was peppy and nice and lively song.
Mr. Shankar and Mr. Mani Ratnam, both extremely successful yet very different as filmmakers. Do you think Mr. Rahman's music for a Shankar film is very different from that of a film of Mr. Mani Ratnam? For Shankar, it's playful, and for Mr. Mani Ratnam, it's always very soulful. What do you say?
No, that's true. It's always, I think everybody, because director is the captain of the ship, and he knows how he wants to tell the story. So when he brings in people who can execute his vision, so everybody has to work according to that. I think likewise Rahman sir also came into the picture, and he would make some different kind of a music for Shankar, because Shankar Garu would be having different vision and different style. And Mani sir would be having a different vision and different style altogether. So he would have to blend in according to the director's narrative.
Mudhalvan, also made in Hindi as Nayak. Directed by Shankar, Manisha was paired with Arjun, also known as Action King. A major box office hit. For its music, Rahman won Filmfare and Tamil Nadu State Film Award as Best Music Director.
Mudhalvan we shot mostly in interiors of South villages, and all I remember was a lot of mustard fields and remote villages where I would have probably never gone, but we were shooting, and Shankar Garu has a different style. He has a more fun element to it. He wants to bring new element in the same different ways. So his vision is, he's always trying to show something new to the audience, so he's consistently working at shocking the audience or showing them something new, or same old thing, but how do we package it differently. So he's tuned in with that, and I have enjoyed working with him.
Baba, released in 2002, Manisha was paired with Rajinikanth. Rahman recorded its music while working on Bombay Dreams in London. The film didn't impress the theatre goers, but over the years, the film gained cult following. 20 years later, Baba was re-edited, reduced by 30 minutes, digitally mastered, and re-released in December 2022.
In Baba, you were with Mr. Rajinikanth. Was there anything left to be achieved after that?
Honestly, this is so funny that, yesterday I was telling at my shoot that Baba after 20 years has become a super hit. And Baba probably was my last big Tamil film, or South film, because it flopped so badly those days. It was such a huge disaster, and we all were heartbroken, and me especially. I was working with Rajni sir, and he's a legend, he's a living legend. He's such a larger than life character. So it used to be, I don't know now about the younger generation actresses, but back then to work with Rajni sir was the it, and so a lot of expectation was there with that film. When it flopped, I thought my career in South films has gone completely, and it did in a way, before Baba, I was doing multiple good South films, but Baba, after Baba flopped, I stopped getting offers. So it was pretty saddening because I loved South film industry a lot. I love the discipline. I love their respect, dignity, all that. So but strangely they have re-released the film, and today it's a big, massive hit, which is unheard of. So Rajni sir can never give a flop. It's like whether it's after 20 years or after 50 years, it's like his films are going to be forever hit. And so, and he's such a kind man to work with. He's such a good man to work with.
Hello.
Hey you. What memories do you have of working with Mr. Rajinikanth?
See, sir, I've always been in awe of him. How can I not be in awe of him? All of us have seen and heard only good things about him. When I was working with him also, he's so humble, so down to earth, so simple, and he's such a big star. So I carry a lot of good memories working with him. And I have a deep respect for him because when Baba flopped, I got to know that he had returned because the heroes get 1,000 times much more money than the heroines do, right? And he returned all of it. Apparently, I was told in his office there were queues of distributors and people who had given money, who had lost money because Baba flopped. He called them all and he returned one by one to all of them. You don't get to hear these stories, and to know that somebody did that was a huge eye opener, and I started respecting him a lot.
You have performed on many songs by Mr. Rahman. Which was the most difficult?
I have enjoyed working in Rahman sir's music. I can't think of it being difficult. Anything good becomes easy. When it's bad song, it becomes difficult. So I wouldn't say it was a pleasure working in his songs.
Which is your favorite Rahman song?
If I have to choose one or two songs, I love Roja Janeman, that song. Roja Janeman. That one I love, love, love. I love Tu Hi Re. I love Bombay's theme. And I also love Jai Ho. I love Jai Ho.
Jai Ho gave Rahman a global following. His songs became a huge inspiration for talented musicians across the planet. They started recreating, reinterpreting Rahman's songs. Next week, we celebrate the 75th episode of Rahman Music Sheets with some of these inspired artists. Stay with us. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, press the bell icon, and stay entertained.